Today, we're going to talk about how to get your Google business profile properly set up. So, if you're new to the game and you don't have a Google business profile set up, you are missing out on potentially up to 42% increase in your calls that you're getting to your business. So, we find that companies who are in the excavation, septic, and site prep industries, when they have a properly optimized, verified, set up Google business profile, they are consistently getting somewhere between 30 and 42% of all of the calls they get for their business are coming through that Google business profile. So if you don't have this set up, you're wasting so much money. The opportunity cost of what you're missing out on it's insane. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially over the course of the year, even millions of dollars over the course of the year, just depending on how you have your business set up. And over the course of several years, it's definitely millions of dollars that you are missing out on because you don't have a Google business profile set up, which is just crazy to me because Google, this is a free Google product. This isn't even ads. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. Google makes it free. And here I am giving you some free advice on how to get it set up. So there's no more excuses. Today is the day. If you don't have a Google business profile set up, get it set up. If you already have one set up, but you're not sure if you've done all the right things or you can't get past verification or it's gotten suspended, we'll talk about all those things here as well. So let's start off with the Google business profile. We've already talked about why you want it, but your Google business profile is basically your Google Maps. So we've all used Google Maps before, probably hundreds of times without even realizing. Anytime you go to the doctor, you go to the restaurant, you're looking for a good place to eat, you're looking for a good vacation spot. We're all looking at reviews. So the Google Maps has your business either a pin if you have a physical location that people can visit, it'll have a pin in it. If not, it will just be set up as a service area. So it's a general area. It doesn't have to have a forward facing address on it because a lot of guys do work from their home or they just don't want people. They don't want their address publicized if it's their home address. So you can still sign up for it with your home address, but it doesn't have to be forward facing. So no one's going to see it. So that's the maps. It's the reviews that get so many clicks because people really trust reviews. That's just how the modern consumer works. But what's crazy about this is if you're in the top 1, 2, or 3 spots, you're going to get those 3 spots get 70% of all the clicks of someone who does a search. And what we love about search is that those are people who are already problem aware. So they know their pain point and they're already solution aware. They're literally already looking for the services that you provide. And if you're going to show up top 1, 2, or 3, you're going to get an insane increase in business. So that's the why behind it. Now let's dive into setting up your Google business profile. So we're going to just assume for this portion of it that you don't have one already. If a customer tries to leave a review, sometimes Google will actually let the customer set up a Google business profile sort of, and they're not claiming it. It's just out there in space, sort of in the internet land, and nobody owns it, but it's collecting reviews. It's just not verified. So this does happen sometimes. So before you dive in and get everything, start a brand new one, check and make sure you don't have one already. This process is really easy when you go to set up your Google business profile. Google is going to ask you what the name of your business is, put in the name of your business. If you see it's already there, go ahead and claim it. That's a great thing to do. And sometimes things can get weird. You might have had an old Google business profile that you set up like 8 years ago and you completely forgot about it. Sometimes you can go through the process and claim that. Sometimes that profile is just lost to you. I've had clients who they had a Google business profile. It was verified. They had amazing reviews, but they had somebody that worked for them that they can't even remember who it was because they didn't know what they were doing. So someone that worked for them set it up at some point. Nobody knows who it is. Nobody knows what email address is attached to it. There is a way to look and see, sort of. It's like partially grayed out where you can see the first couple letters and the last couple letters of the email address attached to it. That's part of the claiming process. If there's one that's already up, you can't get to it. You can actually get a sneak peek of what's going on behind the scenes and see if you can figure out who that is. That person's going to need to check their email. I've had clients who've done this and it's such a mess though because they know what email it is, but that email doesn't even exist anymore. So there's no end to the amount of messes that could potentially happen that I've seen in real life with clients. But regardless of what kind of mess you're in, you can get out of it. You can get a Google Business Profile verified. So you want to make sure, if you don't already have one, that you're going to try and set it, you're going to try to reclaim it if you already have one. Sometimes you need to go through Google's process. If you're just stuck and you can't get any further, there were some recommendations. Just reach out to us, send us a DM or an email, ashley@groundbreakermarketing.com, or send us a DM and we can send you some resources on how to get it unstuck if it's stuck. But you actually can't just start a new one. Google can sometimes be picky about starting new ones, but most of the time they're pretty good about allowing you to start a new one if you can't reclaim the old one, or if the old one is suspended for a reason that you don't even understand. So let's get into starting off a brand new one if you've gone through the process and you can't reclaim your old one. We're going to start off a brand new one. So the easiest way that you're going to do it is you're just going to, well, before I tell you that, let me tell you where to find this. So you might already have one, and you just don't know it and you don't know where to find it. So this is a good first step to check. When you're logged in to Google with your email address, and a lot of you have multiple email addresses. So if you can't find it at first, but you know you have one, check different email addresses. You might just be the owner of it under a different email address. So you might have to check all your email addresses, all of your team members' email addresses, if you know you have one and you can't figure out how to get to it. So you're going to log in with the right Google email address, and up in the upper right-hand corner, there's an icon that's got the first initial of the name on your Google login. Then right next to it, there's these 9 little dots. You're going to click the 9 little dots, and usually up at the top, it says Profile Manager. I believe I have it written down here. It's going to be a little blue house, and it's going to say Business Profile Manager, and it's got a little G in the end. So you're going to click on that, and that's going to take you, if you are part of the owner or the manager of multiple Google Business Profiles, it'll take you to the drop-down list of all of those. If you're not, it'll just take you directly to your Google Business Profile. It's going to look like it looks on Google when you're in the back end of it, but you're going to have an extra interface there that only you can see when you're logged in. And that's how you do all the things that you need to do in your Google Business Profile. So that's how you navigate to it. If you don't already know, hopefully that helps you. If you don't have one, you've already looked for one, you've checked all your Googles, you don't know where it is, you're going to go to business.google.com/US/business profile. Or you could just Google search Google Business Profile, and Google will show you what you're looking for. It's pretty simple. So you're going to go there, and then you're going to create an account and claim your business. You're going to enter your business address and all the pertinent information to that. If you're a service area business, you'll just be a service area business. You still have to put in your home address, and you actually still have to verify your business at your home address, but you don't have to show your home address to everybody. But you do have to have an address that you can verify via video. If you don't have that, you can't have a Google Business Profile. So everybody lives somewhere, unless you're living in a tent, which if you're owning a business and you're living in a tent, you might be in the wrong line of work. But everyone else should live in a home, in a trailer, or something like that, where you have a permanent physical address is what you're going to need. So you're going to need that, and you're going to enter in your physical location, whether that's your office building or that's your home address. And then typically Google will require you to verify by video. They used to send you a postcard, and sometimes I've even seen them verify without anything, but it's been a few years since Google's done that. So it's pretty much video verification these days. That's what Google is doing. So you're going to verify by video. I'm going to walk you through all the steps to verify by video because this is where people usually get stuck. However, if you go through all these steps and you continue to be stuck, you can go through the Google Business Profile help. You just find a little help icon, click on it, and you can request a live video verification where you're going to set an appointment, and someone from Google is actually going to get on a screen with you and help you verify it live. So clients who are really struggling, that's the best way to handle it. But try to get verified by video first. It's actually not too hard. There are people that struggle with it, but we see a pretty high success rate when you're following all of these steps. So here's the steps. Once you have everything set up, what you're going to need to do to verify it is you're going to need to verify it from your phone. So from your smartphone, you are going to need to log in to Google. So go in your browser on your smartphone, log into Google, type in your Google business profile. Basically the same way that you navigated all of this on your computer, you're going to do it on your phone. Once you're in the back end manager sort of interface for the Google business profile and you don't have it verified yet, you'll also have an email. You can follow the link from your email that says get verified by video. That'll also take you to the right place, but there's going to be a little button and it's going to say verified by video. When you click that button, it's going to open up a video camera app that's within the Google Business Profile Manager, and you're going to use that interface to take the video and submit the video. You cannot just take a video on your phone and then upload it. It doesn't work like that. You have to take the video through the interface through the Google Business Profile. This video should be between 1 and 3 minutes long. No talking. People think they need to talk and explain things. You don't have to talk. Everything should be visual. I have actually seen these get verified with people talking, but technically, I guess you're not supposed to talk, but Google doesn't actually say that anywhere. That's just sort of best practices. So make sure you just are showing video. You actually don't need to show your face either. So you don't have to show your face. You're just really showing your location. So 1 to 3 minutes long, no talking. We don't need to see your face. It also needs to be a continuous take. So you can't start and stop it. It's one solid video. In this video, they're going to want to see 3 things, and Google will tell you what they are, but I'm going to break it down for you and help you understand what that means. So number 1, they're going to want to see your address. That address means a street sign. This is best case scenario, a street sign and the address on the side of your building or your home or your mailbox, something like that. So they're going to want to see, zoom in on your street sign and then, or walk to your street sign, show it, and then walk down and show the address on your house. Now, some of you don't live next to your street sign. So I have helped local clients do this a couple ways. Sometimes we've gotten in a UTV and the client drives and I sit in the driver's seat and we capture the address on the phone in the Google Business Profile app, and then we speed down to the building and finish the video. I've also done it in a car with my hand out the window before. So be creative. I do have a customer who didn't have a street sign and they really struggled with it. So it's best to have the street sign, so the name of the street plus the address. But I have had some people that they're on property, their driveway is like 2,000-foot gravel driveway. There's not a street sign. I understand some of you are in these positions. I live in a rural area, so I get it. If that's you, then you can try it without the street sign. You're just going to want the actual numbers that you have somewhere on the side of the building. And I have seen that work before and that get verified and it's fine. So don't panic if you don't have a street sign. So what you're going to want to do is either have those numbers on your mailbox that's near the building or near your home, wherever it is. Or I've even seen people get those black hanging mailboxes from the hardware store and then put like magnetic address numbers, just sticking it on the front. That has worked too. So you're going to need to make something up. If you don't have any signage or you don't have any address, you're going to need to figure out how to get that on the side of the building or the side of the house. So that's part of your homework that you need to do before you do this video. Don't overthink it. It's not too hard. Just go to the hardware store and get what you need and put it on there. The problem is Google doesn't have this detailed list of exactly what does and doesn't work. And this is just a lot of after helping probably over 50 clients verify, I think it's been more than that. But a lot of clients verify their Google business profiles. This is just things I've seen work and not work. Sometimes you're just going to have to try it. And if they don't like it, they will tell you what part of your video didn't pass. So you can work on that. And if you really get stuck, you can always request a verification by live video. So just don't be afraid to fail. Just give it a try. Do the best you can. The next thing that you're going to need to have is you need some signage. The signage needs to exactly match the business name that you're going to list on your Google business profile, the exact name. So whatever name you want it to say on your Google business profile needs to be the same exact name on your sign. If you're going to use LLC, in your Google Business Profile name, then you need LLC on your sign. Or if you don't want the LLC, even though you are, but you don't want it on there, then it needs to be off of both of them. So you just want real consistent. You can watch another video we had about your name, address, and phone number and how to clean up your mess. That is what so many clients list themselves online. So we have another video about that. It's really important that the name is consistent. So you're going to want some kind of signage. This could be a banner, like a printable banner that you have printed up at a local store, or you can do it through Vista Print and have it shipped to you, and you're going to hang it on the side of your building. This can also be a window cling, maybe like a circular window cling. It's going to have your name on it. It's also best practices to put your address on it. I've seen it work without the address, but it's extra helpful. Bonus points for Google if you put the address on it. And the phone number is good too, but you could kind of leave or take the phone number. Really, the address being on the sign is most important. I've also seen people have yard signs. So you have multiple options. You need some kind of signage. Then Google's going to need to know and show that you are the authorized representative of that business. So that's going to look like a few different things. Essentially, you're going to have a key in your hand, and you're going to have to show yourself unlocking one of two things. Number one, you're either going to unlock your truck, and if you're unlocking your truck, then if the truck is really what you're verifying, you're going to want to unlock it, show yourself unlocking it. And also, it's good to put if you're going to do your truck, you need something on the side of it that says it's your business. So even if that's a window cling and you're just going to stick it on there, pull it off when you're done, or a big magnet. I've worked with clients before who've just gotten a big magnet printed, put it on the side of your truck. You're going to want the real name, or not the real name, the name that you plan on using everywhere, and your address on it. So you're going to show that on the truck, and in your truck, you should also have your equipment. So whatever equipment you use, that's the tools of your trade. Even if that's just a toolbox, you're going to want to show some of your equipment. So you're going to show yourself unlocking the truck. Well, show the name of the truck on the outside, then show yourself unlocking the truck, and then show the tools of your trade inside, maybe like in the back of the truck, in the bed of the truck. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is showing your office, and that your office is what you're using. So you're going to want to show yourself unlocking the office because you are the authorized representative, opening the door, and then you're going to want to show a home office setup. And in this home office setup, you're going to want to show some tools of the trade. Again, in this instance, it might be that you've got QuickBooks open, but maybe you don't want Google to see your QuickBooks. I have had people do that, but just use some common sense because we can never be too careful in this world. Or maybe you have Jobber, or you have an invoicing system and you have an invoice pulled up, something that shows if you're going to do the home office part of it instead of the truck part of it, then the home office has to show some kind of software that is a tool of the trade, something that you use. You're going to want to show that on your computer. So you're unlocking the truck or the home office. And if your home office is your kitchen counter and you're unlocking your front door and you've got a window cling on your front door, that's fine too. That's perfectly allowed. So you're going to go in, you're going to show that. And then the last thing you're going to want to show is some paperwork that has your name of your business. Again, use the same name, and that has the address on it. So ideally, this would be something like a utility bill, something very official. A utility bill works great. It could be your articles of incorporation, but again, it has to have the business name and the business address because this is Google Maps or Google Business Profile, and Google is all about location here. Location is the most important thing that we're trying to verify when we're setting up your Google Business Profile. So if you don't have either a utility bill or maybe an article of incorporation that's showing that, or some kind of other bill, you can also just print out an invoice that has your name on it and your address. If you don't have an invoicing system, then just make it up and make something on Canva and print it out. So you're just going to have to make it work and figure it out, print it out, and put it next to the laptop. I've also seen people have business cards there that also have the name, the address, and the name of the business. So that's sort of bonus points. You can have a business card there in addition, but really the invoice is probably the gold standard of what I love to see. So now that you've got all those things You're going to do your quick video. You're going to show your address in some way. You're going to show your sign in some way. And then you're going to show yourself as an authorized representative of the business using the tools of the trade. And then you're going to show the last thing is some sort of paperwork that shows that the address and the name are correct. That's all the things that you need. It might be a little bit overkill, but it's really frustrating to underdo it and have them keep rejecting it over and over again. So just do the work, get it all set up. Now that once you're done with the video, you can submit it. If you mess up in the middle of it, it's okay. You can stop it and restart it, but you're going to submit the video. You're going to wait to hear back from Google. They say 2 to 5 days. I have seen it take 2 to 5 days. I've also seen it be verified the next day. So you just never know with Google. They're really on their own. Google's their own planet and they're in their own timeline. It's not our timeline, it's their timeline. Just remember that. So these are all the steps you need to take to verify your Google business profile. Once you have it verified, the next step is to optimize it. I will cover all that in another video, but these are all the steps you need to take in order to get it set up. Do not sleep on this. You guys, this is somewhere between 30 and 40% of calls that we see people in this industry of site preparation contractors, excavators, land clears, road builders, septic installers, septic pumpers. This is such a huge avenue of getting phone calls and getting revenue of people who are literally already looking. Like you don't even have to sell them. They're already you just have to have good customer service and answer the phone, but they're already looking for the services that you have. So don't sleep on this. This information you've just been given is free. To set it up with Google is free. If you can't go through the steps of doing this and this seems too hard for you, then maybe you shouldn't be in business. Maybe you shouldn't be a business owner because business is hard. You can do this. Give yourself a timeline. Reach out to us if there's anything that we can do to help you or if you have any questions.